won today in very significant fashion. And then game 2, different draft coming right back.
They gave you the energy to Fnatic.
Are we even 2 minutes?
Yeah, we're 2 minutes. Look,
They're just cheering for Rudolph.
This has just been 2 minutes ago.
What is cheering for Rudolph? That doesn't show.
And it's back to 50-50.
Rudolph?
Yes, if we go to game 3,
no,
there's
like
a chance
that
we won't make it to the restaurant.
Yes,
for the
we
birthday.
will.
We still have to record something afterwards.
How long is that going to take? It's not going to take like 4 hours.
It might. I don't know.
All right.
There's a game.
We're in.
We'll save the discussions for when we're...
I'm eating that reindeer.
Okay, calm down. He's not gonna eat the reindeer.
You could follow us on Twitter and to check for pictures of Rudolph.
I'm not gonna tweet a picture of Rudolph.
I will.
All right. Well, we got a game. We're game 2, and TNC is on the verge of making it to their first major of this Dota 2 Pro circuit. They have banned out the Bane, the Earthshaker, and the Ogre Magi. And Fnatic banned out Nightstalker and Puck. Fnatic here with their backs against the rope. They have made it to a major before, but they have not qualified for a major before. The only reason they got there was because Happy Feet couldn't make it, and the second in line couldn't make it, and then
they got a charity.
They got the third in line because they could get the visas and stuff.
What's that last ban?
Omni Knight.
And the Tusk first pick for TNC. So immediately when you see a Tusk, I want to make sure that a bed either gets, let's say, Queen of Pain, a Mirana, some sort of hero that could
get away from the shards.
Get away from the shards.
Yeah.
This combination we've seen Fnatic run before. Clockwork and Dying.
Yep. Strong opening. Most likely both are going to be the 4 positions, as in 4-5, but 4 mostly. And I do need to mention that we have seen Ohio play the clock before on the offlane.
Yep.
But that was when both Abed and Envy had 2 heroes that were very greedy.
Yeah,
that allowed for that.
It was terribly Death Prophet?
Yeah, I think you were right. But it could happen again. Not like regardless, it's a strong hero to have. Both DJ and Ohio played really well.
Fanatics turn to ban.
And we have our Queen of Pain, but it is on the side of TNC, not on the side of Fnatic.
I think it's time to get some Viper up in this.
Yeah, I'm most surprised about that, I think. I mean, Winter Wyvern falling off with the nerf, sure. Did Viper get a change?
I don't think he did.
Not this recent one.
This mini patch? Yeah. The Southeast Asian scene, we have not seen Viper at all. But you just said that you want a hero that can get out from the ice shard, so that's not Viper either.
I mean, if you do pick Viper, then you just put Undying mid like constantly, or just have Undying follow the Tusk around. But I don't even know if Fnatic picks Viper, so.
Nobody picks Viper in the Southeast Asian scene.
What are those 2 bans?
We have an Invoker ban on the side of TNC. That is another Abed special that we got a taste of earlier today. Or rather that Mineski got a taste of earlier today. And Fnatic ban out the Batrider as well as the Razor. And Razor is the hero that TNC just won 3 games in a row with, so that seems like a good one.
Ten seconds remaining.
We are waiting for the
5 seconds
5th
remaining.
ban on the side of TNC. So far, this draft is already quite a bit faster than we've seen previously. Previously, both TNC and Fnatic were already ticking heavily into their bonus time at this stage of the draft. We have the Terrible 8 banned out by TNC. They don't want to have Envy play one of his most comfortable heroes.
TNC's turn to
Beastmaster.
And the Beastmaster, that means that we are going to see Beastmaster for Ohio, Clockwork for DJ, and Pylai on the Undying once more.
Yeah, so far for Fnatic, it's very, very standard. one getting the comfort
10
heroes.
seconds remaining.
This is Ohio's had like amazing performances on that hero
5
recently.
seconds remaining.
I do like it a lot for them.
Starting from the laning stage, the man somehow is able to 1v2 or 1v3. So it gets very, very good farm and experience.
Yeah, in the third game they played against Mineski. This was their opening as well, the Clockwork Undying Beastmaster. They did that game have an Invoker and a Razor, so they won't be able to get those anymore.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of style heroes, a strong mid and a tanky safe laner, perhaps we are going to see that again so that they can push early, perhaps. Witch Doctor picked by TNC.
10
Very good
seconds
against
remaining.
Beastmaster.
But less good against Clock
5
and the
seconds
Tombstone.
remaining.
So
Balances out.
yeah. It's good against the playstyle of the Beastmaster though, because Beastmaster is generally split pushing on the side lanes. And a Cask Maledict. The Maledict in particular, because a lot of times these split pushers do tend to make it away, but the Maledict ticks them down. Especially now you have one of the best burst spells in the game, the Sonic Wave.
The Dusa coming out for Fnatic.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen Fnatic play
10
Dusa at all?
seconds remaining.
The first series it was banned every single game, so not today.
5 seconds
I'm not
remaining.
entirely sure about yesterday.
Yeah, I even wonder if
Turn
that's
to
going to be
ban.
Envy playing it or not. Here comes a PL counter pick. And right now Fnatic is very soft against illusions.
Yesterday, Fnatic did not play Medusa. Got ignored in the
10
series they had
seconds
against
remaining.
TNC.
So yesterday
5
we saw
seconds
Medusa counter picking an illusion hero.
Yeah.
With Aghanim Scepter. Because the Aghanim Scepter does allow you to one-shot illusion. The problem with that is Phantom Lancer makes illusions so fast that even if he gets his first wave of illusions killed,
He'll have a second wave.
he'll have a
Turn
second
to
wave before
ban.
your Mystic Snake comes off cooldown.
And then he might just be burning all your mana.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure. So it's Aghanim Scepter isn't even a solution to PL.
Not a guaranteed one anyway.
So
10
PL
seconds
counters,
remaining.
there's Sven. In terms of safe lane heroes,
5 seconds
Mhm.
remaining.
We have the Nyx Assassin ban on the side of Fnatic. Just not have that against Medusa. We are
TNC's
lacking
turn
a
to pick.
offlane hero for TNC. This is assuming Tusk isn't offlane because there's still that chance that it will be. Although we're not expecting that, I would imagine. And Tinker ban. By
TNC always bans Tinker, but I do like it here because Egg's laser
10
is
seconds remaining.
going to allow you to find that PL relatively quickly.
5 seconds
But even that, I'm
remaining.
not sure if Fnatic would have picked a Tinker, because PL is actually pretty decent at catching Tinker. You could
Mhm.
double ganger into the trees to break them, and then to find out where the Tinker's location is.
Do you think that the Tusk is offlane or support? Like, what is TNC looking for? Are they looking for a Sam H hero?
yeah, I think they'll be looking for a same age hero.
Oh, Bat Rider's out, Nyx Assassin's out. What is another typical Sam H hero that you can see them go
Fnatic's
for?
turn to pick.
Like Weaver.
I think this is really good, because what Fnatic wants to do against that PL is you want to put Undying Beastmaster versus it. You want to put a ton of that pressure on PL, because you cannot allow PL to have a good game. So then that frees up the offlane for
10
TNC
seconds
to have
remaining.
a good matchup. And the Weaver is probably one of the most
5
sufficient
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
So what is their NV hero here?
They need a last pick that has a ton of AoE.
They can deal with Weaver.
Yeah. And could lane against Weaver.
What can lane against Weaver? Because I was thinking Anti-Mage, but that can't lane against Weaver properly.
I like Gyro here.
Oh yeah, still in the pool.
It's not the greatest against the Weaver in a 1v1 matchup. Maybe they even dodge the lane, put the Beastmaster there.
Is that not also fairly greedy? It puts so much pressure on that Clockwork and Undying to do well.
It does. We have seen other teams like EG run it in the past. They put, I believe, a Sumail mid with the Medusa or Tor. And yeah, it is very greedy. But the thing is, it more comes down to, can your Clock Undying Beastmaster just carry and delay the game? Because currently they just don't have a good solution for the PL.
They could safe lane the Medusa, and then I don't know what they would put mid though.
Templar Assassin, it's time.
I think this is like an awful Templar Assassin game.
I know. It's just a shame that we might not be able to see it at all today.
Oh no, they're in a pickle right now.
Yeah, they gotta decide. Storm Spirits, and it will be a different hero mid, assuming that that will be indeed mid.
I don't imagine it's a
Safe lane Storm?
safe lane Storm, so they do opt to put.
How are they gonna kill PL illusions?
I don't know. So that's why I'm going for TNC.
But it could be. Find it. Yeah, you go first. Yeah, you already went for TNC.
already
Okay.
went.
Okay. Lumi, what do you think?
I don't see Fnatic doing this.
You don't?
I'm gonna go with TNC. They just lack ways to deal with PL.
10 seconds.
You know, last time we all went for Fnatic and we were all wrong. This time we are all going for TNC. Perhaps we are all wrong again, and we'll see you back here for game 3. But let's see if TNC can punch their ticket to the major.
Prediction. What is this?
Thank you very much, TV. Yes, game 2 at the grand finals, TNC versus Fnatic. I'm only picked some shot by Fog, and a bit of an interesting end to the draft, indeed. So TNC pulling out the safe lane Weaver and the off lane Quap. Fnatic finishing with this Storm Spirit pick. What do we think about that?
They've got the Undying to help him in the lane versus the Tusk, but Tusk Queen of Pain still quite strong versus Undying Storm, and I do like TNC's approach. They pick these. So they see the Clockwork and Undying, and they're like, okay, these two are the supports, and we're just going to pick 3 lanes that can't really get ganked by Clockwork and Undying. Queen of Pain, Weaver, Phantom Lancer. Very elusive 3 core heroes that can go very well from that mid-game, and they do not have any like timings, or any long cooldown ultimates really on the side of TNC. It's just the Quap ultimate. Everything else is just going to pretty much run at you. And I've really liked the way that they've been looking. So TNC's looking hot here. I think Fnatic has to take this game pretty late for them to win this, but it's very greedy. Storm Spirit and Medusa, they really need to come. They need to have like an incredible laning phase for them to actually be able to take mid game and like these mid game fights. So we will see how it works out for them.
Because that's the thing as well, as you were saying, these are 2 cores that rely on the mana, and there are 2 cores on TNC that are going to be pretty good at burning the mana. Yeah,
Weaver already has the mana break talent at level 10. So Raven's going to safe lane for that one to get it as quick as possible, and Sam H is just going to be this annoying Queen of Pain in that off lane. So yeah, TNC, I am liking it. Medusa and Storm Spirit, these 2 heroes are very, very greedy on the same lineup in my opinion. Pretty much it's up to Pi, DJ, and Ohio to make the space for these guys.
I mean, which lane do you feel is the sort of the lane where Fnatic can make sure that they do have a comfortable edge? Is there a lane that you think is going to be easier than the others?
It depends on where we see the rotations coming out, but I mean, Beastmaster can do okay, but versus Weaver, if there's whatever the Tusk is, I think that's where it becomes hard for Fnatic. Raven steals the rune from Ohio, so they're going to get 3 runes on the side of TNC.
Alright, great little way for them to start the game, indeed. 2 for Cuckoo.
Look at the double blocks coming out from the supports in the mid lane. TNC committing 2 heroes. They really want to get this in a good spot for themselves. They should be able to get a little bit better of a block.
It's a pretty solid dual block.
Look at that. Ooh, what teamwork coming out from TNC. They get the advantage block. Look at that high ground positioning. Absolutely perfect for Cuckoo. And we'll see. Pylai die. Start in the mid lane as well. Denied. But that does mean it's a little bit of a 1v1 coming out for Sam H versus Envy, and that's fine for this Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Envy in those early levels, very, very squishy on the Medusa. Sure, the Snake's nice, but not really going to have the same effect with the Snake in this lane than as it would, say, in the mid lane, because of the more confined area around the river, on the stairs. Here's a bit more leeway for Sam to move around. And with Tim's there as well, and we're ready to kick off the 2v2, actually the 3v2.
Bringing 3 heroes top. I guess they're just accepting that Cuckoo's left to his own devices versus Storm and Undying.
Yeah, we'll see how Cuckoo does with that in mind. And then, of course, that bottom lane, the the Weaver Raven left alone.
Yep, Weaver
Against Ohio?
wins this matchup versus Ohio. Ohio will farm though.
Yeah.
At least in the start. Once a couple levels start coming out onto Raven, he can start putting a bit more pressure onto the Beastmaster. He can also kill the boar quite easily as a Weaver. So Ohio has to be careful how he summons that one, because that's where he'll fall far behind if he does let his boar die a few times.
All efforts being put on making sure that Medusa does not get that start. As you say, that is going to mean that there is this space for Abed, and he will have this protected lane. Very hard for Cuckoo to contest. Envy just being kept out of the lane at the moment by a lone Witch Doctor. Just bullying him right away from the wave. TNC doing a very good job at controlling it.
Yeah, strong aggro tri-lane. They've decided to go for like kind of winning 2 lanes. I mean, like I said, the Beastmaster does well in the first few levels versus a Weaver. As the levels start build up on Weaver, you do better. But they are going for some kind of trades coming out here for Fnatic. That's just the choice that they've made. They're just trying to babysit Abed, make him have a good game. And that usually is a good plan.
Yep,
right? Abed is definitely the star for this team currently.
And it is a good game for a Storm. You know, if you get ahead, there isn't that instant lockdown at all. And if you got to worry about really is what Cask and Snowball, and these are 2 spells that as long as you got the mana, they should not be an issue for the Storm when he's making his moves around.
Ohio doing a great job bottom as his Beastmaster so far, though. Being ahead of Raven, actually. That high base damage on Beastmaster just pretty ridiculous, and just how great of an animation there is. The top, they're going for the TNC's prioritizing. They're just trying to shut down Envy, and I mean, Envy only has 5 last hits, so they are doing a good job of that.
Be getting a very slow start because of this pressure. And it is going to be a scary lane for quite some time. Damage keeps level with the levels, has that support backup. They do have kill potential against Envy.
Mid lane, roll onto Abed. Should be just fine here with the rotation from Pi.
Puts them off. That will reveal the supports have made the move from top, so Envy can get a little more comfortable with the CS. DJ's there as well. As he tries to man up against Sam. Sam holds the blink for as long as he can. And we'll back up the creep wave coming back under his tower there as well. So Sam will still get some farm whilst on the low. Tims and DJ looking for that rune. And with the snowball stun, Tims will claim it. Be a little careful of the battery assault. He can actually get himself out as he's trying to man up at the moment. DJ getting low. Tims is going to go for the chase down, and Tims,
DJ's dead.
He gets the bounty rune, he gets the kill, he gets first blood, and oh no. Does he get out as well?
And
yes, he does. Tim's Tusk, ladies and gentlemen.
DJ's been having a rough day.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What a play for Tims, though.
Yeah. Cuckoo recovering quite nicely in that mid lane, 16 and 4 to the 24 of the Storm Spirit. So was shut down a bit by that Undying, but now recovering nicely. And Raven as well in that as that Weaver. Once he gets the levels, as I was mentioning, he can start to stand toe-to-toe versus Beast. But now rotations are being made. Clockwork has positioned himself bottom. Gotta pressure Raven a little bit more. They've even placed a sentry down in the lane from Fnatic, so whenever Raven does Shukuchi, they can still hit him a couple times. Fairly even early game though. Just the Medusa is shut down in the last hit department by Sam H and the 2 supports from TNC.
And definitely the threat that this Tusk could do more than the supports of Fnatic early on because of that bit of a boost he got from that first play onto DJ.
Yeah, and they've got kill lanes. The Hawk being focused in mid lane. Look at Tims, he's hitting it like 8 times, and he'll kill it. Oh, Infinity Gold, lovely. And Abed has just resorted to jungle since there is kill threats on him if he stays in that mid lane versus PL once he's got that level 5 for the damage from the lance plus Tusk. Yeah. He just wants to secure his level 6, and he's gonna regen, so.
Ohio will grab the bounty ring this time, making sure that no one can head over to steal it.
Maximum efficiency by Abed, keeps that regen going the whole time, puts a couple remnants, clears that jungle. Almost level 6 for him. And then he will be, as we mentioned, very safe to not getting killed if he has any mana to zip away, since there's not really that great lockdown. TNC smoked up. got the 2 levels of Maledict. Expecting some kind of rotation coming out. DJ has a ward down though, so he breaks the smoke. He does see Tims.
DJ catches him. I'll bet his level 6. They could look to punish.
Raven forces the TP out from Ohio. Bottom. As he gets those higher levels in Chikuchi, it becomes pretty tough for Beastmaster to just stay down there alone.
Alright, so there's your level 6 on Abed. Try the cask in, but they won't look to go in on that.
Kuku's getting a lot of tower damage though with this first siege wave. Since he has the Aquila turned on, he can get that bonus armor on the wave. And yeah, pretty much taking it down to 400 HP already. Pretty damn significant for the first siege wave. And Sam H top lane, he's been left alone for a bit by his teammates, but he's been doing a great job of just last hitting versus the Dusa. Look at the denies coming out from Pi Lai Dai though. Pi has 12 denies on Undying.
Yeah, it's slowing down Sam's leveling a little bit, and Sam certainly.
Look at the Medusa. Look at those win rates. Damn, Sumail has 90%.
90%
Envy with an
win rate.
80% as well.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. That is some ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a good hero at the moment, so that's for sure.
Ohio is getting spotted out here. Oh man, his TP still on cooldown as well. This should be a free kill here for TNC.
Who's gonna get the kill? It will be the wait stuck.
The cast gets the last hit. Kuku really tried securing that one with the lance too.
Tim sees a double damage, but Abed grabs it. He's thinking about playing around with this. He's got a lot of mana to go for, looking for Tims. He may just get this one. Snowball's going to be there, buying some time. And Abed always a little low on the mana now. He has to be careful. He will get the kill onto Tims, pops the stick charges, tries to zip away. Raven with the chase down, with a bottle regen, and Skull Rip is going to heal him up, and he's got enough mana to get up to the high ground. Abed will be fine, or will he? Oh no, Kuku! Just for the last person with the shrine. Kuku may have dived a little too far. DJ comes in with the cogs. Ohio is there as well. They cannot get this PL out of there. The roar comes through from Ohio. TNC getting a little bit bloodthirsty there as they chase Fnatic forever.
Over aggressive move, especially when there's a shrine there. That DD rune on Storm though. Overload plus DD, hell of a lot of damage. You're pretty much dealing triple damage when you use every single one of your spells for those overload procs. Nice play there by Abed, getting his team 2 big kills. Getting them back on the board. SamH still positioned in top, putting a lot of pressure onto Envy. Envy still only has 30 last hits in comparison to the 53 of the Weaver on the opposing side. Raven. Top net worth. Mid tower, TNC again. They really are prioritizing objectives in this series. The last game as well.
Up top Tims. He's been found in the cogs who try and roll himself to safety. Oh, it's a good distance on that roll as well. I'll tell you what, I think he's going to be fine.
Yep.
Very nicely played there by Tims. Very, very strong on this hero. Just finding the best ways to get himself out of there with the roll.
I'll take that. Got it. A golden thread.
Ancients already starting to be stacked up from Fnatic for the Dusa to get that catch up.
Is there any attempt from TNC to put some pressure on the top lane? MV, he has been maledicted. I don't know if he survives this. The Death Ward down as well. The stick charges, they are doing quite a bit.
Yeah, the stick and the soul rip.
Yeah, that was actually enough to save him. Pi Lai Dai making the saves.
That level 2 soul rip. More than enough healing. But they forced Envy back to base. And now they have a siege wave again coming in from TNC. They're going to be pressuring mid and top. And they're looking for these early towers, getting that map control advantage. Kuku should be able to secure this one mid pretty easily. Will there be a deny attempt from DJ? He does want to try, but too much damage comes out from Phantom Lancer. And top tower too, also being threatened, as well as bottom from Raven. So all 3 tier 1s, TNC again, really prioritizing those tower hitters at this early game.
Yeah, this is some good money for the side as well. 3k lead because of these structures they've been able to take. It's going to increase even more if they do get away with this top one, and it looks to be the case. As Feed the lone defender up top, trying to hold them off.
Dire's top
Yeah, they have 3 of the 4 top net worths. Doing a really good job of pressuring those lanes. They're gonna go for these early game items again on especially the Queen of Pain. How's Abed doing? Level 10. Queued up the Bloodstone. They're trying to rush that one out. As we mentioned, Fnatic has a pretty greedy draft here. They really need the Undying and the Clockwork to do a lot here. And so far, TNC just absolutely dominating this early game. 4K lead already with these 2 towers claimed. And they should be able to get a good amount of map control here. I would be surprised if they don't actually put some wards down to look for at those Ancients here. Abed does eat a cast, but of course, you know, this should be able to zip out of that one pretty easily. So yeah, I think the next big step for 1437, and I'm pretty sure he'll take them, is ward and watch those Ancients so they can contest those Ancient stacks. But look at 1437 mid, he's gonna get charged up by Abed.
Easy kill. Easy kill indeed for the Storm. Up top, Cuckoo was hunting for the kill. Quick TP out. Keep the Medusa safe. Samage's getting a lot more space in that top lane now that they've been able to shove it in. They're keeping up with NVCS. This Queen of Pain. Shadowblade the build for Ohio this game. So he does need to have that catch.
That's his build too, right? I think he's been doing that, I think, majority of the games on the Beastmaster. Phase, Medallion into Shadowblade. So he can look for those pickoffs. But their team fight on Fnatic is very minimal. I guess on TNC it's not really that massive either. They just really have Cask, Tusk, and Queen of Pain for the most part. TNC not slowing down whatsoever. They recognize they're like, we're versus Storm Medusa.
We can't play the farm game.
Yeah, we can't let them play the farm game. Just pressure lanes as much as possible. Go for those early towers. And that's what they're doing. Raven has queued up a Linken's to deal with that Beastmaster roar.
And they do continue to get away with this pressure. You know, that they are putting it in, and Fnatic still opting to stay relatively split up, not really looking to fight as a whole 5-man as of now.
They look like they want to try to go for Raven down here. They have the dust on the Clockwork as well as the hook.
It's hard to do. Yeah, he has to get that hook shot almost, and then even then,
yeah,
they
pretty
need
much
the roar to follow straight up.
It has to be executed like absolutely perfect for them to go for this Weaver. Like we said, the elusive core picks by TNC. They're just trying to pick these heroes that are self-sufficient, unable to get ganked by Fnatic's lineup, and it's working out.
Not getting it as it seems.
Sam H already has a Veil finished up, sitting at 4,800 net worth, while Medusa only at 4K. Abed, long zip, go for the regen.
Not to necessarily go for a play, still trying to finish off the Bloodstone. Bottom lane, there's the other. We'll hook in Witch Doctor, that's an easy kill. No escape from 1437. Nice roar actually following up, but it doesn't matter because damage is turned up, and Fnatic, they're trying to get out of there. The clock won't be lucky as the Sonic Wave, no holding back from Sam H, is thrown down, and they get the support turn.
And they should be able to get this tower. Abed jumps in.
He knows that there's no, sorry, there is still the time lapse, so not really too much he can do on his own about that Weaver.
I'm getting a shot.
The net worth again, though. Look at the Undying is starting to fall very far behind. Only 800 net worth on him. But Abed, as we mentioned, you know, that regen rune he picked up earlier is putting it to work to farm.
7K net worth at the moment on the Weaver.
Dire's bottom tower is
TNC looking to get aggressive, smoking up, trying to get some deeper wards down. They have them on Tims. They want to be able to look at those Ancients. They have to keep eyes on the Ancients. They can't let the Dusa go for that farm.
On sentry action.
Yep. We check the ice shards, do see that it is a triple stack on this left side.
What can they do about that though? Is it just what, try and look for a fight when he's farming them, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't really have the heroes to steal it. They just want to take a fight when they are going for it. Abed, he is keeping up nicely with those cores. He is about 600 gold away from his Bloodstone. But Raven is keeping pace.
And as we said, it can be a very good Storm game.
Yeah.
So Abed having this sort of a solid start should be a little worrying for TNC. Storm could go absolutely crazy.
They are keeping up with farm though. That's the thing. It's like the Weaver and the PL, they are emphasizing more on just farming. The Cuckoo has literally just been farming Ancients, farming neutrals over and over again until he's got that defusal finished up bottom.
Oh, they find the Weaver. And they, I mean, Abed is starting to look like a bit of an Abed show. Picking up a couple of quick kills. Or will he? 1437? Yeah, still ticks down to the earner DJ.
Roar from Ohio. Finding out Raven just before he's got the Lincolns finished. And now Pi looking for Sam H. Sam H still has the blink cooldown.
5 seconds.
The rocket.
Oh, they've got him. Fnatic.
And they can transition this into an ancient farming for Envy. He's going to get full mana from that snake.
That is spooky.
That is definitely scary.
Bloodstone complete for Abed now.
That's a huge turnaround in the last few minutes. It went from a 4K advantage
all the way down to
a 1K.
higher. These mass TPs coming through and he's out. Doesn't want to stick around. Look at the tower tonight. Oh, they're ready to deal with this Bloodstone Storm. And his Medusa off the back of that ancient farming, closing the gap.
Yep, Shadowblade on Ohio now too, to be able to look for those pickoffs. Raven about to have Lincoln's finished up though, so he shouldn't be too susceptible to get picked off by this. The other heroes though, Queen of Pain and these supports, easily can get picked from that Shadowblade. Smoke looks like it's going to be soon done by Fnatic. They are positioned themselves to look for something here. Ohio has spotted out Cuckoo. Cuckoo's walking up to look for a reroll. Roar. He's got a Centaur stun to follow up as well.
Oh, I don't know if it was even needed with that sort of pain coming in. 4 heroes just collapsing onto Cuckoo.
TNC's hemorrhaging a lot of kills here versus this type of lineup. And they're playing versus Adusa. Mid-zip, far onto Sam H. Abed. He's looking for him. He's gonna find him too.
Abed, ladies and gentlemen. With that arcane ring, I mean, he can turn and kill this, can't he? He's got an arcane ring still running, and he can play this. He could get himself another 1-4-3. Whoa, don't go for the kill, sir. There we have it. Double kill. TPs are coming in, but he's got the backup of Pilot Eye. Enough mana still to zip over the shards. If I was TNC, I would be looking at this Storm Spray, and I'd be shaking in my boots.
It was 4-4 a few minutes ago, and now it's 4-10.
Abed is ready to play some Dota 2.
Yep. Fnatic's starting to get a bit crazy here. The Storm now has, I believe, the Kaya finished up at base on top of those 17 Bloodstone charges.
And it really is such a beautiful Storm game. Where's the lockdown? It's just not there.
Nope.
They don't have it with this lineup.
They're going for Orchid on Queen of Pain, which is pretty much their best bet, but it's still quite a ways away.
Yeah. I mean, by the time the Orchid's there, Abed's probably going to have a yours. If he continues to find kills the rate he just did over the last few minutes.
He's queued up the Orchid, though, himself on the Storm, so he has not
he wants to play
really gone
aggressive.
for any type of defensive item. I mean, that's Abed's playstyle, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Pure aggression. But look at this. Smoke, TNC. Set up around the Roach. Good here. 1-4-3-7's getting some more wards down to protect that area. 2 full committed.
Something like, oh, okay.
Scouts it though. They can't go for this with Storm in the game.
Way too risky. They've got to get out Abed. Toying around with zipping on something.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Zips all the way bottom. Another regen rune for Abed.
You what?
That's what, 3, 4 regen runes?
He's had an insane amount of regen this game.
Yeah, several.
That's pretty crazy.
4, 0, and 3 on him.
Yeah.
168 CS. 11k net worth coming out too soon for that Storm.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh.
TNC unable to find any moves really for that early game. You see Pilot die walking up, but Pi instantly gets the D ward out. Starting to look problematic. The Storm is getting absolutely out of control.
And then there's Envy as well.
Yeah, Envy's just
there's this
chilling out.
Backup Medusa.
Chilling out, farming those ancient stacks that they had done for him, and he's back in the game. He's completely caught up. He is ahead of the Phantom Lancer now, who was farming at an incredibly fast pace after taking all those tier 1s. Oh, TNC.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They just don't feel safe anymore versus the Storm Spirit. Abed about to be level 18. Kaya, regen rune, 17 bloodstone charges. He switched items now. He has queued up the BKB.
Okay, I do like to think something defensive this game, just to deal with that orchid that is going to be there soon on the clock.
Yeah, I think he probably saw the queen at one point and saw that item build being selected. And I think it's the smartest play to do because he wants to conserve his bloodstone charges.
Sure. So Raven really shoving in the top lane. Hurricane Pike now finished for him.
Worthy tribute.
Getting that regen room going here, I bet. Wasn't able to find any action with it though.
TNC's falling heavily behind in this farm game, as we said they would. 4K gold advantage now for Fnatic, and it was in the span of a couple minutes. That like last 5 minutes just absolutely dominant from Fnatic.
The XP as well.
The XP is
heavily tailing off.
Yeah, Storm level 18, Dusa 16, and then the next two from TNC 15 and 14.
Invisibility.
They're unable to find the plays without a real initiator. They only really have the Tusk to start those type of fights.
Even when the fights kick off, I mean, as you said, we have seen the Medusa versus PL already today. It did not go great at all for the PL. So we'll see if...
Oh, the PL won that game.
Did he?
Yeah, PL won that game.
What am I about? Yeah, why am I about? The other way around. Alright, it did not go right with the Medusa.
It didn't go well for the Medusa, but...
So maybe the PL will be.
It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't a Storm Spirit who was going out of control.
No, sure, there was no Storm Spirit. And it was the Medusa.
Yeah, it was the lane that really went poorly. Envy's gotten a lot of space from Abed's moves. They're looking to try to invade this Fnatic jungle. Bottom lane, Ohio. Looking for the setup onto Tim's here. Abed's trying to roar as Abed jumps far.
Oh!
No. He wanted
Didn't get the catch though.
Just lost vision of him for a second on that high ground.
I mean, what is the plan for TNC to recover? Is it...
From the look of the way they're playing, they just want to play the farm. They're just like, we can't catch anyone. So we only have Tusk to catch. Witch Doctor at this point, if he shows on the map, is just a free kill. Yeah, everybody's just farming. TNC's all farming the enemy jungle right now. Even the Witch Doctor's casting and farming creeps. Cuckoo, as mentioned before, just farming Ancients, farming this triangle area. And Fnatic has claimed the whole bottom side of the map, pretty much. Neither team really looking to take any head-on fight at the moment. Maybe with the Orchid on Quap, they can try looking for something here. TNC definitely looking to be pretty afraid.
So we keep an eye on that road now. Fnatic. Then TNC could look to that to be a method of getting back into the game.
Smoke does come out, so with that Orchid on the Quap, that is going to be their timer to go. Try to look for something here. They want to clear out the jungle. This is an old school move you see lots of teams do. Just smoke into your own jungle when the game pace is too slowed down. But Fnatic, they seem pretty aware of this one. TNC have reveal as well. They do have dust for the Ohio if they do catch him. Do they grab him? Ohio breaks the smoke. Do they have a dust?
Oh, there's the dust. It comes out. They go straight in onto Ohio. They have the roll forward and the punch. Ohio is gone.
And they can get a tier 1 out of this. 5-man smoke though, but they do at least catch a kill and a tower. At least getting back on the board, since it had been quite a lull for TNC for the last 7 minutes. Just such a slow pace coming out. Fnatic doing a great job of letting Dusa farm back up. Look at Envy. Absolutely caught back up. Level 18, top 2 farm. He's been having a grand old time farming that jungle. 253 CS for him, 0, 0, and 1. The ideal for a Dusa. And now Abed does have the BKB. He's pretty unkillable.
Yeah, there's no way this guy dies. No way. But they just don't have the damage. I mean,
They don't have the
on the PL and the Weaver. And these aren't heroes that are wanting to build anything like a Basher of sorts. No. At least.
Not now.
PL not until late.
Yep. And eventually maybe a Hex on the Queen, but that's, that's also ages away.
Yeah.
With the BKB picked up on Abed, Fnatic is starting to gather up. They might look for a smoke. Wanted to get some more aggressive vision down first, probably though. They don't have many wards on the map, so wanted to play around, but ward vision is usually the ideal. But they don't really need to rush it.
Other than they're content farming.
Yeah, Fnatic is very happy with this game goes super late. Envy has hit level 20, has gotten the 800 mana talent, has Eye of Scotty queued up. He's going to have it finished any moment now as well. Incredibly farmed on this Dusa, has now surpassed Abed, since he's just been left to farm the jungle by himself for a very long time. And full Scotty will be picked up in a second. Oh, how can TNC do anything? They really can't look for these pickoffs. As we mentioned, they don't have someone to catch. Tusk Snowball is not really a catching thing, so he has queued up a Blink Dagger on the Tusk to try to look for those type of plays.
And I guess that helps a little bit, but it's not the instant. Not the instant it's done. I mean, it's close to instant, but it still can be reacted upon.
Ohio doing a lot of work with the Hawks, just getting so much vision for them. Sentry gets put down. They see Ohio wrapping behind this mid tower, but Envy will be able to clear it out quite nicely here. TNC just avoiding the fights for good reason.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under
TNC.
attack.
This might be a game for themselves to sort of look towards Raven and say, hey, you want to try what Envy wasn't able to do last game and get us that Rapier?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sort of switching on his head, because other than that, this is going to be so hard as this game goes on.
Yeah, they need so many different items.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different things they need to solve, but they're just farming. I think they're in like the same mindset. They're like, we don't really know what we can do here, because Fnatic isn't getting. They're not really splitting up. Like,
no.
Envy's playing in a super safe position, and Abed is the only one who's showing him. They can't kill Abed. They cannot kill Storm. They do not have the tools for it. Aggressive wards placed down from Fnatic, also using the Hawk. And the jump in onto mid. Raven doing a lot of damage. Now Envy versus Cuckoo. Envy is extremely farmed here.
The illusions will make him some of the mana, but it's not that much of an issue at all.
Nope.
Envy just free to walk out, and that sort of situation is going to continue, as we said, without any sort of major lockdown or control from TNC's lineup. Fnatic can get away with doing this.
I think with this Blink Dagger on Tims, they have to try looking for some more type of pickoffs, but like we said, it's super hard. If they split up at all on the map, Abed's just going to go for 3 kills, and almost commits onto 1-4-3-7. Doesn't see anyone else though, so doesn't want to really fully commit onto that type of kill. Doesn't want to, you know, waste a BKB charge for a support at this point in time. The longer he can save his BKB, the safer and safer he is until later stages.
And once he has his ult kit complete, we can expect to see Abed go even more crazy and just start to go in for the pickoffs without any sort of worry of overextending. Has this incredibly farmed Storm Spirit,
Who now has an Arcane Rune. Arcane Rune, Kaya, 17 Bloodstone charges. This next fight, if TNC picks it, could be an absolute disaster with this Storm having this rune.
Oh boy.
They're looking for Envy here. Envy has broken the smoke. This is not the best time.
There we go. They are going to lead in. They get the grab immediately, taking down the Witch Doctor. Abed ready to move over for target 2. Looks towards Tims. Tims has got some snowball. Buys himself some time, but Abed is ready to continue the fight up to the high ground. Looking for Tims. Tims cannot hold back this Storm. Double kill for Abed. Back in the river, the rest of Fnatic chasing down Cuckoo. Won't be able to get the PL on their own, but still 2 down on TNC. This opens the space for Fnatic to head into the pit without any worry of TNC contesting.
Absolutely perfect timing to have an Arcane Rune. Gets a fight, gets a couple more Bloodstone charges, turns into a Roche for free. TNC just can't do anything. Abed now. We'll grab onto Cuckoo. And if we find the real one, losing some mana, but the rest of the team is there.
Yeah, look at the hook shot into the cogs. Cuckoo trapped up and taken down. Another kill, another Bloodstone charge for the Storm Spirit. Abed.
This looks like it's actually just impossible for TNC.
I think we're going to a game 3. I really do at this rate.
Yep.
Abed has stepped it up. The team around him as well, securing this sort of laning in game. To play. And it has absolutely been effective against TNC.
Last pick Storm versus Little Disables. He went off to a good start. They shut down Envy decently, of course, from TNC, but a couple nice runes for Abed, and he was just back. And just small mistakes from TNC adding up so heavily in this game. They were at a 5k advantage, and then they hemorrhaged, like, what, 5-6 kills in a row? While Envy was just farming by himself that entire time.
Yep, he's been hitting the creeps. And that's the way to play it.
Yep, 350 less hits.
There may be a point where TNC can kill the Storm. I don't think it's going to happen. But then, even if they do, they then have to worry about the Deucer as well.
Yep.
And now they're going to kill Envy.
Stupendous.
Not seeing a good way for them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Just a blink dagger upon Cuckoo, so he has that extra bit of mobility. But I really feel that they may even need him to just go for an Abyssal Blade. They need some sort of hard lockdown. That, or as you mentioned, Sam building a scythe. Yeah. Down bottom. Silence comes through onto Envy. You got the two of them trying to make a go on it, but they just don't have the damage. They have to retreat. Envy just turns, starts to hit into them with the Skadi. And they just have to hide themselves in the tree line and get out of there. You need way more than 2 heroes at this stage to take down this Medusa.
Yeah.
Smoke up from Fnatic. Looking towards Raven. They're going to try it. Pop the Lincolns.
Abed tries to Lincolns and Static Remnant, or break the Lincolns with Orchid and then Vortex him right afterwards, but quick fingers by Raven. Does at least save him. But now, Cuckoo gets grabbed.
Oh, that's your PL. Your mid position 2.
And he just bought and bottom. Abed spots another target.
Abed, please have some mercy.
15k gold lead. They're looking to high ground.
Yeah, they're looking to maybe even end this game here. If this fight goes wrong for TNC, it will all be over. Raven jumps in, does get the time locked off in time. And very low Abed. Straight in on the Witch Doctor, turning towards Raven. BKB is going to end. And soon, Lincoln's has been popped. Time lapse to get away. Abed a little low on the mana. It's been silenced. Raven, though, forced back in. And in fact, all Raven's down.
He just dies. Who's aggressive?
Whose aggressive force was that? I think it was Ohio.
Yeah,
it was Ohio. What?
They just call it. Yeah, they can't take this game.
GG, this game is well and truly over. We're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen, in the grand finals at the Southeast Asian Regional Qualifiers for the DreamHack Major. TNC, I mean, they outclassed Fnatic in game 1 and Fnatic in game 2. I don't know what it was, they sort of woke up and they absolutely outclassed TNC. The draft was perfect. Abed's play was absolutely on point on the Storm Spirit, unkillable, and dominating the game. And
yeah.
Envy, they hit the crits pretty well. They always had that backup plan. That was the